flying out into some historical battles. This is me and my Spitfire Mark 1. I was so amazed by how many of you prefer playing historical battles over arcade battles. I did a poll recently on one of my live streams asking you guys, what do you prefer? Arcade battles, historical battles, and why? A vast majority of you said historical battles, and I was a bit taken back. I couldn't believe it. I thought most people were playing this game for arcade, and that's the vast majority of people who are playing this game for. You see most people going into AB, right? But a lot of you were saying, we prefer HB, and it's Krebs, it's time for you to start getting onto HB. You're doing so well in arcade battles, you're playing for us live on the live stream. We want to see some HB, it's time for you to promote on up to HB. Well, would you consider historical battles a promotion or a different way of playing the game in comparison to arcade battles? Well, I would actually say it's a different way of playing, and I'll get on to why in just a second here. Some of you were saying why you preferred historical battles. You were saying because you think it's easier than arcade battles. And I'm guessing the reason behind it is not necessarily that it's easier, but it's more rewarding for every kill. So if you're one of these people that, fair enough, you have difficulty getting kills, when you actually manage to get a kill in historical battles, you're rewarded for it. You get something like 5 times the normal amount than in arcade battles. So if you normally struggle anyway getting kills, you know, it's more rewarding actually achieving them in historical battles. But anyway, I've been taking up the challenge of going up into HB and generally learning. If you've been following the live streams, you'll see that I've had a lot of success and I've had a lot of hardships as well. I've gone into games where I've gotten 3 kills, 4 kills. I've gone into games where I've got 0 kills. It's just a matter of learning not only how the planes fly differently, but also the tactics that people employ, because it's a whole different battlefield. As you can see, me just taking down that BF 110 over there as a heavy fighter, no big problem. Only big worry about him is that back gunner. Instantly jumping on over to another scene here, I'm going to be engaging some other opponents. So, I'll tell you briefly what I've had to learn thus far. In terms of plane handling, it's a lot more sensitive, and I'm sure if you played historical battles you already know that by now. Moving your plane from side to side, whether that's with the mouse or with the keys, it responds a lot more to those actual input controls. You can't use your rudder to a great effect anymore like in arcade battles a lot of times, and one of the big secrets to arcade battle success in making sharp turns is using that rudder to provide you extra support in doing those quicker maneuvers, those sharper maneuvers. However, it doesn't really go like that in historical battles. Using your rudder will actually just make you flip upside down, essentially. It just doesn't work. And I've been thinking to myself, well, it's not something that I believe it just can't work. I am so fond of the rudder. It works in arcade battles. It has to work in historical battles. And you might see me do this during this match. Not right now. But I figured out a way to actually get the rudder to work without turning yourself lopsided. I'm not going to reveal how I do it in this episode, but you'll be able to see me do it in a few battles to come. The reason why I'm throwing in this clip right here, another feature of historical battles, it's traveling. These guys are 15 kilometers away. I had to go onto the airfield to get myself rearmed. And so I'm just flying across the map. What I essentially did there was I literally left myself going in a straight line, went to go make myself some food. And lo and behold, I've come back, made some food, and I'm about 4 kilometers distance within the enemies. So time to start engaging them. BF 109 just down over here. I'm not exactly sure which... Ooh, there we go, that's the variant, the E3 right there. So the earliest version of the BF 109 available in the game. Gonna be engaging him in a turn fight here. Maybe you can see this trick that I'm trying to use with my rudder. It's working semi. Oh, see, that's what happens if you use your rudder too much. You sort of lose control. But I'll do it in a separate video. I have actually mastered the technique. Mind you, this is something I recorded a few days ago. I have mastered the technique where you can do sharper turns with your rudder without losing control. But as I said, I'll do that in a future video. Another point that I've had to take into consideration when coming into historical battles is the tactics that people employ. Energy fighters for the Germans are actually energy fighters in this mode. If you're a slower fighter, you're gonna have a difficult time taking on something that's faster than you. Essentially what you could say, speed in historical battles is almost like the lifeblood of just the success of any engagement that you go into. If you don't have speed, then you don't have the ability to outmaneuver, outpace somebody, to catch up to somebody. You can't get onto their 6 as easy. And this is why I've actually been not trying to fly out in German planes, because generally what I find with them, and I hope you guys can agree with me with this, without getting much of a whiplash back, is I find that German fighters are easier to fly out in historical battles, because they're energy fighters. Historically speaking, and also in this game, they're energy fighters. They can dive down on top of you, gain altitude very easily. They can dive down on top of you, you'll get hit, and you don't even know where it's come from. And as soon as they do the damage to you, you have no chance of catching up to them, because they can get away from you. Now I'm gonna have to show you some of my thinking that I've been doing in future videos. I'll have to do that. But generally speaking, what you have to try to do is get on the same level as them. Prevent them from getting a height advantage. And more unconventionally, and I'm sure you guys won't agree with this, but I've also been trying to become a low flying fighter. Essentially try to bring down the Germans to me rather than me going up to them. Because as soon as they come down, and as long as I have my awareness on the minimap where they are, I can easily get out of the range of them. Because they're going so fast, they're going to have a very big window of overshooting me. And so trying to outmaneuver them as they come on down, and then hopefully being able to do some damage whilst they're down there. I'll have to show you some better examples in the future, but here we go. This is the last opponent here. He's doing something really smart. He's the last opponent on the team, on their enemy team, and what he's doing, and it's annoying, but it's a totally valid tactic, he's retreating, succumbing to his airfield so that he can get AA support, and god damn it, is it working. I think I actually lost one of my teammates here due to AA. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see it. But I lost it to AA, and this AA is going to be doing quite a bit of damage to me. I've got hardly any bullets left, and this is why I'm waiting for my opportunity to get a very good shot on him. If I can get him on a straight line, that'll be perfect. Hardly any bullets. You're going to see it here. Yep, that's all my bullets gone. Getting that very important critical damage on the BF-109, but not taking him out. This is the hard and difficult thing about the BF-109s. The BF-109s, and I don't care if you agree with it or not, they have better armor than other planes, and that's historically speaking as well. The German planes in real life had actually armored windscreens, 90mm on the front. This is the results coming up. They had armor plates on the back of their pilots so they didn't get knocked out, and they also had armor around the fuel tanks, so it was harder for them to be set on a light. And I'm sure other planes had it as well. I mean, the Germans brought it out as a result of the Spitfires getting extra armor plating on them. But essentially in this game, BF-109s, they can be quite treacherous to take on. Especially something that I've noticed in arcade battles. But anyway guys, that is me getting 3 kills. You guys saw the results there in front of your screen. Getting a nice and dandy amount of lions. 34,000 lions. But mind you, this is for about a 27-minute game. I've cut out a whole bunch of it. It's about a 27-minute game, 34,000 lions. Not as great as I was hoping it could be, but that's what you get for 3 aircraft destroyed and 0 surface units. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and until next time, I will catch you all later.
Right, here we go!
3, 2, 1. I got his left flap. Does that count?
My landing gear is gone, I just realized.
Yeah! I got a kill! Yeah!
Oh fuck, I like